Okay, so we need to cut our screen out of our tabletop. Now there's two different designs of this tabletop. You might have the different one. If so, I'd recommend using your template on the other side of the actual tabletop. The only reason I'm doing it is because underneath here there's a slight lip underneath the wood, and it just makes it a bit hard to actually create this. But if you have the other one, like on my previous build, the first build I did, that did actually have the other version of the tabletop, and yeah, you're best off marking out your actual line where you're going to cut on the other side. It just means you hide pencil marks and stuff like that. I don't have a choice in this one. So, like I said on part 2, you need to use, well, ideally, you need to use your screen front panel as the template, and then you need to find your center. Now it's really easy to find your center. Just measure the length of the table, so that's 100 centimeters. This one is 51 centimeters. Just take 51 from 100 and then divide your result in half, and that gives you how much distance you need to be from each edge. So I think this was, off the top of my head, it's something like 15 centimeters or something like that. I'm probably wrong. I probably can't quite remember the correct exact number, whatever it is. But yeah, so from there to there will be whatever you've worked it out at. 100 minus 51, if that's the length of your actual template. If it's 30, then whatever. Minus that from 100 and divide the answer by 2. And do exactly the same for this. Here. And then whatever answer you get, you divide by 2. And that gives you the distance between the edge and the edge. And that should just kind of center it. Once you've done that, you need to polish that up. So you just need to go up the edges. Make sure it's all exact same number. Same again on that side. Same again on that side. And once you're pretty much there, you're never going to get 100% accurate. You know, you might be off by a millimeter or so on, maybe up there, up down there. It doesn't really matter too much as long as it is accurate as you can get it. And then what I do is I'm just holding down this actual template with some, oh, what do you call it? Blue tack. That's the one, blue tack. Hold it down with blue tack and then score right as close to the edge as possible. As you can see, you can use a pencil. I've actually used a knife just to give me more accurate. But here's just an example. Nice and sharp pencil, because you want to get right up to the edge. You don't want to be ever so slightly out. I know if you use a pen, you maybe be a millimeter inwards when you actually make the markings. You don't want that. You want it to be as close to the edge as absolutely possible. And then that's it. So to go over that quickly again, use your template from the actual screen, you know, the front part of your screen, so it gives you an accurate, it's going to give you an accurate dimensions and sizing for when the screen is underneath. And then put it onto the top of your tabletop, or if you've got the different design underneath it, so you don't make, you're not getting pencil marks everywhere. And then measure it, measure the width for your screen, and then measure the width for your table. If you're using this table, it's 100 centimeters. Width for this, minus 100. Whatever result you get, divide it by 2. And that gives you how far it should be from each ends of here. And then the same again on here. Measure from there to there. And then measure from there to there. That, minus that. And then divide it by 2, the answer, and it gives you how much distance you need to be away from there. And then just with a ruler, I've just got a tape measure at the moment. Just make sure it's all perfectly lined, because it might be slightly jagged or out of place, and it might be the right answer there, but it might not be the right answer there. So you just need to make sure, go up and down it, make sure it's all right. And then you can blue tack it in place, keep it nice and steady when you're actually making your final markings. And that, my friend, is how you do that with just basic tools. If you've got a carpenter's square, it will help it even more. I don't have one handy at the moment. Probably you guys at home don't have one. Again, this is just using basic tools, but a carpenter's square would be absolutely perfect for doing these measurements. But yeah, anyway, that's that part completely done.